on the rail. Let's have laughter and remember fun times on the front porch. Rob and Dave always had the light on for fellowship and making memories. We will try and make you stay the best it can be. Yes, life is good. Sometimes life gets in the way. It's hard to smile on the front porch. But our friends remind us we are still here and care. Yes, life is good. Southern Fried Podcast sitting on the front porch on a Friday night with our friends. Life is good. Friday night is a front porch night and all is right. Yes, life is good.
All right, we're here. Hang on just a sec. All right, sorry. I got my finger button was getting happy there. I was clicking everything. I'm sorry. That was my fault, guys. But we're here. Hi, I'm Rob. This is Dave. Welcome to the Friday night edition of the Southern Fried Podcast. We're here to rock and roll and get your weekend started off with a bang. Y'all jump on in here, up here on the front porch. If anybody wants to come up, please send us a link on yahoo.com or Southern Fried Podcast at yahoo.com, and we will send you a link and you can come on up here and join in with us, and we will have some fun. We had some problems getting in touch with the worm people today, so maybe we'll get them up soon. We still want them on, so we will see what's going on. Dave, how are you doing this evening? Oh, you're muted. They're still muted. Okay. All right. Well, we're going to rock and roll with some stuff this evening. Let's see here what we got here. Hey, Miss Jennifer, how are you doing tonight? I hope y'all are drying out up there. We've been getting some of y'all's rain down here, which is all right. We can use a little bit, I'm sure. If nothing else, it'll help cool things off. I do know that we had some pretty big storms in the area. Most of it has drifted on through. Been on with Steve. Oh my gosh. Yeah, y'all give Celtic Blacksmith a like and a follow over there on Rumble. He's live tonight as well. So yeah, we like us some Steve there from the Celtic Blacksmith over there. Even though he's from Ohio, we still like him. All right. Did you get fixed up?
I just taking care of a couple things.
But
I was just going to say that
go ahead.
I took Kenny to stay with her mom a couple of days, but the East Ridge got hit pretty good. I don't know if it was a downburst or what. Got kind of trapped over there, trees down everywhere. It's still a mess. There's a lot of power outage and there's no street lights on the one end of East Ridge. It's a mess.
Wow.
There was a big tree across the highway. There was some smaller trees in the back neighborhoods. I tried to take shortcuts through around. Finally made it around it, but it was tedious. I mean, it was like it ever turned. There was cops blocking the road because of trees down. So they got hit by something, a little local storm, not widespread pop-up. It hit hard and messed them up.
Wow. Those straight line winds and downbursts and stuff like that, man, they
can do as much damage as a tornado. And with the ground as wet as it is, it wouldn't take much.
No.
But other than that, it was a clean ride. I mean, there was nothing. We had sprinkles, just a lot of traffic.
Yeah,
lots of traffic. Friday afternoon, rush hour, all that, just a big mess.
Well,
You got big trucks trying to take back roads, side streets, and small neighborhoods. That's not good.
no, and there ought to be some way them guys to go around without all that. But I'm sure they're following Google just like anybody else would. So it's hard to, if you don't know the area and you're going by Google, then it's like, well, what do I do? Do I do what Google says or do I not do what Google says?
Yeah.
And you wind up on a back street, So yeah, everybody needs to use care and caution because people are coming through one way or another. These trucks have to go, They're generally carrying a load somewhere. Keep your stores open.
And trains. There's as much train traffic nowadays as there is anything. Just about as much as trucks. I mean, there's a lot of shipment by rail these days.
Yeah.
Trains kind of almost died out, except for some things, but they've made a rebound and they're doing very well. They don't have to worry about some things, but they still need trucks to transport it from the depot to the places around.
Yeah.
But it was we never really had bad weather. It hit over there before we got there.
Wow.
I do not want to be in bad weather.
No.
People love that stuff. You got your storm chasers, you got all that stuff. I don't want nothing to do with it. Do not want to be involved in tornadoes or anything like that.
Nope. Got no desire to do that. Know a lot of people that do, but no, that's not something that I want to be.
The force of wind that a tornado can generate that can put a straw into a tree, my body is no match for that.
No. Now I'm pretty muscular and everything, and I'm pretty manly, but no, we can't stand that. Michael said 7 inches in 3 hours.
I thought they called that fat. What is it? Muscular? What do you mean?
You can just sit there and call me fat.
You mean you've got extra cushion to keep the straw out?
No, dude, that's the protective covering for my muscles. Okay, I've got a 6-pack. It's just buried deep. It's well protected. All right.
I think those are 40 ounces. I don't think they're 6-pack.
Actually, I've got a keg. It's a lot better than a 6-pack. Michael.
Oh man.
Michael talking about that's a burn.
Oh.
Y'all are being harsh tonight. I'm gonna have to do something about this. That's not very nice.
Well, it didn't help that I watched James Gregory before I came on the show. Who was talking
okay.
about the tornado and the little bitty guy and the fat woman and
I'm sorry, but
all that.
the whole thing there is hilarious. I did ask Steve over at Half Pound Forge what kind of cake he was baking tonight. Just because, he likes it when I do that. Michael, you're not fat. You're just too short for your body weight.
Where did it? Hang on. Let's see if I can share a screen here just for a second. See if we can show this, but I don't know. Might not be big enough. But we had an ad pop up for us for AIM controllers. A lot of gamers. We and Rob still games some. I don't game much anymore, but
yeah,
it's a serious business. People they want the right stuff. So ready to level up your game. AIM controllers is where custom meets unbeatable value, and right now it's the best deal of the year. We start with official Sony and Xbox controllers, fully compatible with console and PC, no functionality lost. Then you go wild with custom features, smart bumpers, paddles, grips, stick height, custom buttons, even design your own PS5 snap panels. Yeah. And here's the part that no one else is doing. Lifetime warranty on all modified parts. But you can't beat that. That's right. Lifetime. What other company does that exactly? Normally, a fully loaded setup could run you $400, but during our one price promo, it's just $209 or €182. No matter how many features you add, use code RUMBLE at checkout and lock it in. This is your sign. Go to aimcontrollers.com and you'll build the last controller you'll ever need. Wow. I broke a lot of controllers in my day.
I have too.
And you know what? If they got that lifetime warranty, that's worth the deal right there to get that.
Absolutely.
You can put them through it.
But people don't think about it, but a good controller is important. If you're using a controller in your gaming, a good controller is awesome. Something that's comfortable that you can play with for a while.
It's everything, man.
Yeah, those little square ones like we grew up with. You get your thumbs hurting in a little bit.
Yeah, it's not good on the hands. You got to have the right chair. That's why we advertise in the chair. Then you get your controller, and you're in business. Steve says you're starting crap in his chat.
No, not me.
Cook. Whoa.
Hey.
What the heck?
What are we ready to play? What are we going to play? You going to play UO with me? It's free now.
He's probably talking about football.
Oh.
Like
play a football
game.
Oh, you might be talking about fantasy football. Okay.
No, he plays gaming football too.
Oh, okay. Nah. That's some old sports games. I can't believe he's accusing me of starting crap in his chat. I would never much. All I said was they said he had to clean his forge out, and I said he had too many crumbs in the bottom of it and had to clean it out.
Well,
I'm going to tell him get ready to call the fire marshal. Wow.
Cook, how you doing, brother? Oh, Madden NBA 2K.
NBA, what's that? Oh, basketball.
National Blacksmith Association.
Oh, or for Steve, the National Baking Association.
Yeah, he did do that.
Yeah, he told us about that too, if you believe that. I can't believe he told us about that.
I did that. Me and my buddy did that one time, burning old roofing. We didn't intend to do that. It kind of got away from us a little bit. Smoke was pouring out of that can,
Yeah.
and the wind took it 2 doors down to a birthday party there. I was like, oh my God.
It's like, oops.
Kids were like, hey, I can't see. People
I can't
coughing.
breathe
I was like, nowadays I'd have had the EPA out,
either.
But it was the 70s, or maybe early 80s. I think it's probably late 70s.
Ugh. I can't believe you got a keg instead of a 6-pack. Yeah, I got a keg. I had to get a
Is
keg.
that a baby keg or a full sizer?
Huh?
Is that a baby keg or a full sizer?
It's not no pony keg. I guarantee you that. But look here, I've got it covered with a nice, soft, protective layer. It protects those muscles and stuff. That's what it is.
Yeah, Mike. He said he's the pacifier for AOC.
What? Who said that? Did Steve say that?
Well, that's kind of what he said.
Oh, that's just wrong. Wrong. Michael said Steve's in charge of the AOC fan club.
That's right, Cook. That's right, brother.
Yep.
I was thinking about Rob tonight, and taking Kaylee over my grandchildren to the grave. Yeah, I miss him. Miss him. He lived, well, they both lived a really full life and a very short life. Robert at 21, Jeff, what was he, 27, 28, something like that.
Well, speaking of loss and stuff like that, Jake mentioned a lady on his little cupcake ASMR. He said she had lost a loved one, and we did do a prayer at lunchtime, but he told me about that after the prayer. So let's do a prayer at some point in time tonight. Let's not forget that one for those.
Yeah, we'll do it as we're going out.
Yeah. Hey,
he's got you there, man. He has got you.
No, it's not. He does not have me. He is wrong. He is the delivery truck. Oh, my kid could ride the back of it, right in his. He's bringing it on home.
Cookster is a big old boy.
Yes.
Always has been. I know he fell on me one time playing football, and he about broke my hip. I'm telling you. And we had to go to the Braves game in like 3 days. I walked around like an old man. He had to help me up steps and everything. I crawled off the field. I couldn't get up. I had this idea to bulldog him down. I jumped up and grabbed him around the neck and just bulldogged him. But when we turned to fall, his weight fell right on me. Never tackle a big guy when he's falling down on you.
Well, they say get them low, okay?
Not him.
You want to go low.
I did that before. He about killed me.
Yeah, but people forget when you go low, what's above you has to come down somewhere.
Yeah, they'll fall on you. Yeah, 27 years old, man. I knew it was around that age. He wasn't supposed to live past, well, really 13. They did that surgery, and then he was supposed to go back, and he never did. But every day was a gift for him. And, well, He partied hard, I'm going to tell you.
Well, while we got a chance here, I would like to remind everybody to like, follow, and subscribe, whatever channel that you're on. We would appreciate that. Uh, you know, we are building and growing every day, and it's because of our supporters and our fans out there, and we do appreciate it. And we sincerely appreciate every follow that we get. We call that a bomb blanket on blasting sites. You talking about my padded covering over my 6-pack here, over my keg? Look here, that padded covering right there, it's over a blasting site. Okay. Now that's why I know I have a 6-pack in there, because it doesn't come out; it forces it down and out. It functions properly. You know, when the blast goes off, it fires it down and out. So yeah, it's important. Just saying. Look here, there, brother Cook. You gotta be sorry about. We love you, brother. Oh,
No, it's all good, man. Those are fun memories. If it happened today, I'd be dead. I mean, I would just die. We had some great games, though, I want to tell you. Cook's quite the athlete back in the day. Now, but neither one of us are now, but he was quite the athlete.
I used to, really enjoy getting out and doing that kind of stuff. And the wrestling and stuff. Man, I loved it. I was thinking about that today. If someone was to body slam me right now, I would probably shatter like a piece of glass. They would be picking up pieces from now on.
Well, that's like on the it was on the racing show. Dean did a spotlight on Evil Knievel. Dude broke over 200 bones in his body. I mean, many bones more than once. That jump at Caesar's Palace. Wow. You watch that thing in slow motion, everything is getting hit.
Yeah.
I left you a voicemail, Cook. Check your messenger.
Oh, no. I put that in right when he was looking at the computer, too. Oh, no. Oh, no. I'm sorry. I've got to give Steve a hard time, and I'm paying attention to us, too. But Steve loves me. It's because I put in comments like this. He loves me, and I did it. He's looking at the computer too, so he's going to see it. And there's going to be retaliation for this at some point in time during the night. While he may look like a little bit like Michelle Obama from behind, Cookster, you look like a probably taller and wider version of Arnold Schwarzenegger, because that's a huge man, and you are a huge man too. And I dare say you are taller and bigger than Arnold is. Now, Arnold may have more muscles now, but that's all right. You got the attitude to go with it.
Cook used to have his car, and you'll have to remind me, Cook. I'm trying to remember what kind of car it was. It was a sedan, but I don't remember what it was. But anyway, nobody could drive it but him. And he had not just formed an indention in the driver's seat with his big rear end. It was like a hole. And his rear end filled up the hole. But he's so big, he could see to drive it. Nobody could drive that car but him. Then I think he crashed out. He's sleeping one night, fell asleep driving, crashed out.
Oh, wow.
But nobody want to steal it. It fall down in the seat.
Wow.
It was a perfect thing to do.
Please tell me when he was driving it, it didn't lean to one side.
I don't remember. I don't remember. Maybe a little.
We had a guy in high school that when he drove his vehicle, it leaned to one side. We didn't comment on that much.
Me and Cook's had some fun times. We both had a lot of great things, some tragedy. But he's like he's just like a member of my family. I mean, my kids knew him from when they were little. Grandkids have known him. I mean, he's just always been.
He's that big old teddy bear, though. You know,
And he comes from a big family. I mean, like his family's big. I mean, it ain't like he's not like the only one. You know, like what was that guy's name? It was the tallest ever or whatever, Robert Wardlaw or whatever it was. I don't remember, not Wardlaw, whatever it was. His parents were normal sized. But
yeah.
Cook just comes from a big family.
It's all right, though. You know, it takes big ones, it takes little ones.
I mean, they're tall. They're huge, muscular.
Yeah. You know. Well, hey, I haven't heard. What all did they get covered today in Alaska? Anything, or are they still working up there? I know Putin dropped off some flowers at a World War II memorial for the Russian pilots who lost their lives. I don't know of anything else that really happened today on that. Are you in the loop?
Only a little. I've been driving today.
Okay.
I kept up loosely. I really don't expect much other than they'll get a framework for a deal that they can work on, and my prediction is they'll agree to kick Zelensky out of Ukraine.
Well, they need to take the little short guy out of it.
He's the odd man out.
He is.
He's like the monkey, you know? The guy uses, to collect money, and
Did you see? I did see today where Hillary said if he brokered peace between Russia and Ukraine on this thing, that she would nominate him for the Nobel Peace Prize. Did you see that? Could you imagine? I don't see that. I can't picture it. I can't picture it. I can't picture it.
No.
Oh my goodness. But, everybody's got to say something, apparently. So,
what's y'all's plans for this weekend, folks? What you got on? What you got? You got something planned? Gonna do something interesting, or just veg out?
Well, personally, if I can feel like it, I'm probably gonna finish getting my garden reset so I can do a fall garden. Got seeds planted for some cauliflower, broccoli, stuff like that. Anybody else doing a garden this fall?
Miss Jen says she's got company coming Sunday.
Oh,
that's a good Southern thing right there.
Yes, company is always good.
Y'all gonna cook some good old victuals, fried chicken,
or chicken and dumplings.
Oh, come on now, fried chicken, man. That's the staple on the table. Not the other has its place. People eat it, but fried chicken rules. Rules.
All right, let's see here.
Sandwiches. Doing sandwiches.
You gonna use sourdough bread or like white bread? All right, let's see here. Broski Bear and Michael both have an update for us. Broski said they're done with the discussion. Trump went to call that little pervert Zelensky in NATO. Sounds like a framework to stop the war for U.S.-Russia business relations to open up. Why'd you call him? You call him a little pervert. That's all right. Not all short people are perverts.
Short people.
Said, yeah. Yeah, Michael said, let's get that up here. They're talking over there on the Rumble. And folks, if you don't have a Rumble channel, what's wrong with you? Get a Rumble. My goodness. We're going to be doing some Rumble only stuff coming up. And we want y'all to be a part of it. And some stuff we talk about on Rumble, we can't talk on these other ones. So, I mean, they're believing freedom of speech, and we do too. So y'all come on. Michael said he didn't take questions, I believe it's because they started hollering at Putin when they were walking in. Okay.
And we're going to have a special show coming up. It'll be Rumble only, not even broadcast anywhere else but Rumble. Steve wanted us to do it. We're going to have this discussion on the G word and the Second Amendment. And I think it'd be a great discussion.
I talked to brother-in-law today. I think he wants to come on as well for that show. He'll have a lot of information. He used to have that a G word channel on certain streaming service, and they've pretty much shut him down, sir. So
Yeah.
he's going to be switching to Rumble as well.
I think it'd be a great discussion.
And I'm also going to talk to my officer friend and see if he'll come on as well, and get a police officer's viewpoint. You and I talked about this. You know, there's all kind of different viewpoints on this gun issue, from parents to kids to regular guys like me and you, to content creators that use them, up to police officers and their views. And I really think this is as an important topic. And, you know, I think that ought to be a great show. Broski said it's weird not showing our names in the heading when you pull up comments. Well,
I was going to do an ad, but it didn't show the for some reason, it didn't show the QR code. And I'm not sure why it did that.
okay.
I may have to wait till the next one. I think I should have pulled that up. I think I know what it was. That's because you're going through Rumble only,
Yeah.
Broski. There is only one channel tonight, and it's Rumble Studio. So it's different.
Okay.
But I'm telling you, folks, we're really giving you a heads up. There'll come a day when this podcast will probably be Rumble only. And if we can stream out from Rumble to other things, that's fine. But we're going to probably make some changes here in the next few months. So thank you for all those that switched over. We'll try to keep everybody else in there by broadcasting to those streams from Rumble. But the economics of it and everything else is just smart business. And we don't have to worry with Rumble.
Yeah.
And we could always just easily drop the streams in there if we want to talk about something interesting that they find offensive.
Yes. And that's one of the things that really annoy us. There's certain words we can't even say. We can't even say without drawing a strike from some of those platforms. And I don't be like told I can't say a word. I can't discuss a topic. I don't appreciate it. And y'all don't either.
And I'm going to give you another one. We did the ad for them, and we're already a verified creator on Pickaxe. Pickaxe is linking up really well with Rumble. The difference with Pickaxe is that we'll actually have and it's going to be $3 a month. what we stream on there. We'll just go ahead and tell you. But what you can do on Pickaxe is you can post articles, whereas Rumble is just videos. And these two are linking up, so they'll just connect together, so that when you post on one, it will automatically, you'll see all that. I don't know how it's all going to work, but the app is not even out yet. But we're already the Southern Fried Podcast is there. We have the blue check mark. We're verified, and we're in the creator program. I think in about a month or month and a half, you'll be hearing a lot about Pickaxe. And so when that comes out, I would get that one too, and just have Rumble and Pickaxe for sure.
Well, if you like free speech and you like being able to say what you want to say and talk about what you want to talk about and not what it's been approved for you to talk about, the Rumble is the way to go. I'm sorry, these other platforms, they only want you to talk about approved things. And
I mean,
that's like, the Gestapo.
Hang on just a minute, Rob.
Yeah.
Let me try something here.
Broski says, I've been chopping it up with the angry conservative lately. Well, good. He needs some chopping up.
Still didn't work. I think I messed it up before we started. But I'm going to continue it, and let me just do a quick screen share. I don't think this will credit us, but it might, because there's the there it is. All right. Hey, NFL's coming. I love the NFL, and the games are coming. So set your clocks, mark your calendars, and buckle up for the best NFL primetime football action. Starting September 4th on Westwood One, you can catch all the bone-crushing hits, last-second heroics, and edge-of-your-seat action the NFL Thursday, Sunday, and Monday nights have to offer. Whether you're tailgating, driving, or chilling at home, don't miss a single snap. Listen on the NFL app, the Westwood One Sports app. I always like Westwood One. At westwoodonesports.com, or just say, Alexa, open Westwood One Sports. If it's the NFL, it's on Westwood One. I love Westwood One. They've always done a lot of things with sports, and also music. I love the music that a lot of the groups and interviews and stuff that I have done, listened to over the years, have been great, and they came from Westwood One. So anyway, thank you for giving us the time for that. But I wanted to say, and I was listening to you, Rob, I just want to get the ad in, because they'll disappear if you don't do them when they come up.
Yeah,
but I wanted to tag in what you're saying there. YouTube is a wonderful platform. It is a wonderful platform. It has so many possibilities. The problem is they attack, and we're going to YouTube right now. They might drop us for saying this. I really just don't care anymore. But the problem is that they gig you for stuff if you're conservative, or you're for or against certain things. But as far as the opportunity to be a big podcast on YouTube, that's a big platform. It's at the top. But you know what? Heck with them. If I can't say freedom of speech, if I can't say certain things, I don't want nothing to do with it. But I appreciate that we have followers on there, and I want to be there for them, and so we still will go there as long as they don't kick us out.
Yeah. I mean, it's
I think that's what you have to do, broski. And isn't that sad that you have to do that? Like, if you're going to talk these things, it's got to be Rumble. If you're going to talk about these other things, you can go to YouTube. By the way, I don't know when he's going to be able to check in again, but let me swing out of the way. I want to thank Dog Tag for the shirt. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Jesus through hiker, absolutely. And I love the shirt, and I wanted to just put it up so it could be seen. And I've got his address now. I'm going to send him some stuff from the podcast. But appreciate Dog Tag. If you're out there listening, God bless you, man. You're awesome. Yeah, broski, it is sad, but you got to be smart about it. Every day I talk to some creator who's been kicked off of some platform. But I've never talked to anybody that's been kicked off of Rumble. As long as you're not something if it's against the law, you would. And there are those things. There are some freaks out there, and we wouldn't want them here anyway. But no. God bless Rumble. Appreciate them. and we're growing every day there. We got a late start because we didn't start with Rumble.
No, we didn't. I
We
wish we
started
had.
with YouTube and Facebook.
Yeah, I wish we had started with it because that would have been awesome. But we're here now, and we're glad to be here. You know, we're very much about our personal freedoms and things that we believe in, and Rumble kind of goes along with that. Freedom of speech, hey, we're all with that. Another great company that we're with is Patriot Mobile, and they are amazing. These are only Christian cell phone service out there. And you could talk to a person that speaks good English when you call them.
Yeah.
And they wind up with a God bless you. Have a nice day. Uh, uh, that's just amazing. And if you use promo code Cornbread with them right now, you'll help us out and get a good cell phone service. And the first month is on us. You don't have to pay for your first month phone service. They still have to pay for your service and your hookup and all that. But your first month service is paid for. So, hey, Patriot Mobile, don't forget them.
Yeah, Broski, I'm familiar with that. Someone wanted me to go there one day to just see the host, and wow, yeah, I got out. I got out.
Yeah, that's the same one. Is that the same one that was coming here?
Yeah. Hey
Oh,
Barry, we've got the ability to remove people in Rumble. What you experienced was if we're streaming, if we have a stream coming into the channel, we have to go to that stream to do anything. We can't do it from inside of here. You got to remember, we're piecing together multiple streams into two different platforms.
yes.
I mean, just tonight we're on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, probably about 14 or 15 different streams. And so sometimes it's not possible to do it right there in the platform. But we could always drop the platform. If it gets out of control, we just drop it.
Yeah.
That's cool, Michael. Yeah, I'm not speaking to say not. When we're saying we're Rumble, we're not saying don't do those other things. Do what works for you. What we're saying is always have the Rumble app, have it, because and we want you to be with it, because we can't guarantee what's going to happen in the future. But we are making some changes slowly but surely, and we're moving more and more stuff into the Rumble studio, which makes sense.
It does. By
the way, we don't have another podcast. Think about this. There's not another podcast that I can think of. There might be one, but I can't think of one off the top of my head that we're friends with that's not on Rumble. Think about that.
Yeah.
Think about that. Nobody reaches out to us. Nobody's ever invited us up. Nobody's ever come along and say, hey, guys, love what you're doing for another one. It's always the Rumble creators. Yes. Why would I go anywhere else? The Rumble creators, they're the bomb. They're awesome. And I appreciate them so very much. Yeah, you run into a knucklehead anywhere, and that's fine. That's why the thumbs up, thumbs down there. I don't mind that as long as they don't come in a chat and start saying, things that are ugly directed at me or guest. And I really don't care what they say as long as they keep it off the chat. I just don't want. We try to stay family friendly.
Yes.
We're not trying to be the coarsest, roughest show out there. There's others that can do that. That's fine. That's their deal. I don't condemn it. I've even been on their channels because they like to do that. That's fine. But we've always said we want to be family friendly. Yes. We do have teenagers that watch this show. One of my granddaughters today said, I was drinking coffee and was carrying the kids to school. She said, Papa, is that the podcast coffee you're drinking? And I said, well, yeah. Well, why? She said, well, I just, she started asking me questions about it. She goes, I need to order some of your coffee. I said, you don't have to order any of that coffee. I said, well, there's other people do that. Don't worry about that. She goes, I want to help. I said, well, it was sweet as pie. I was like, hey, I really appreciate that. You're awesome. She's in elementary school. I like, thank you so much. But I said, no, if you want some of it, I'll get you some.
Oh,
Well, thank you, broski.
yes.
But I think the more you use it, the more you'll enjoy it. And like I said, when Pickaxe comes online, that's going to be a nice ability because that's always been my only complaint. I like to be able to post comments and stuff, or articles, or blog, kind of a blog kind of thing. And that's the only thing they don't really offer. You got to go into comments and leave that. But it would be nice to be able to post your video with a commentary or something. That's cool.
Yeah.
And I think Pickaxe is going to link up really well. We'll see how it works. But I think that would be, pretty cool. Yeah, Miss Jen, sometimes they just step on your heart and just, you're like, wow. It's little sweethearts when they ain't trying to, get on each other. Oh, we were behind. Guess what we did? And the same granddaughter. And we had a discussion this morning. We pulled into the school. Guess what was in front of us? Yes, the Cybertruck.
Oh.
And they thought that was the coolest thing. I said, that's the ugliest truck known to man. I said, it looks like a toaster. They said, no, it's cool. No, Papa, it's a pretty truck. I wish I had one.
Oh.
Elementary kids wishing they had a Cybertruck.
Ugh. 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 There's no accounting for taste anymore.
I've never seen the inside. They say the inside is really cool, but the outside is so ugly. I'm sorry. I just don't like that.
I bet Jenith likes some Cybertrucks.
Oh, she'd probably drive one if she had it, but
I'm sure she would.
But
She'd be all over that. She'd be thinking she's in battle.
She would have to listen. If she had a Cybertruck, she'd have to trick that thing out. She'd have to put some purple or pink on it or something. It wouldn't be all just stainless looking.
Yeah, she put some kitty cat pictures on the outside of it.
Hey, maybe she could be like a furry riding down the road with the cat hat on.
Teal. Teal. What is teal? Is that a bird?
That's the greenish bluish, with the blue like that loud, really light. Yeah, it'd be pretty.
You mean that's a color? Look, guys only know just a very few colors. We know red,
yeah,
blue,
broski,
yellow, green, purple, and chartreuse. And the only reason why we know chartreuse is because there's a lot of lures out there that are chartreuse. We understand pumpkin seed, though. Some of these people they ignore, and some of them they don't. Oh, Michael, that would be great. Michael has a great idea for Jenna. A Hello Kitty Cybertruck. Hello Kitty.
Oh, that would work.
I can see her driving that. She'd love it. Huh?
That would work.
Yes. The Hello Kitty Cybertruck. She'd be all over that. So, very
Here
sad.
she comes, just a rolling down the street,
Singing, where's my kitty, kitty cat, kitty cat. Very sad. I think electric vehicles are just hyped up. I don't think they protect the environment at all. China scrapped their electric vehicle program, and that should tell you something I don't believe.
Hey, let me tell you what is happening. I can't give any details, but this has been going on for some time. And if you pay attention to the news, and nobody's really wanted to talk about it, but the lithium ion battery fires have been horrible on buses, cars, buildings have been burned down by a little thing. Well, a lot of companies, because you there's no way to put them out. Once they start burning, you can't put them out. They got these fire blankets that you can put over them to kind of smother it till you can get it out. But there's really no answer for that kind of fire. So a lot of companies are going back to the lead acid, man. They're abandoning, and think about these companies that have come in with huge tax breaks. State of Georgia's got several of them, massive buildings to build these things, and some companies are going, we're out. We're going back to lead acid. That right there is amazing.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff that goes into that. You know, I just you know, when they talk about the wind turbines and stuff like that they build all over the place. Okay. When the wind's not blowing, how do they run those things to generate electricity? When there's no wind, how do they run?
Propane
and diesel. All right, because these are a lot bigger than what we saw.
That's what the olive people use, propane.
These are a lot bigger deals, windmills, than what we saw over at the olive farm. These are huge. I think they run.
Oh yeah, they're big. I've rode by a lot of them in Oklahoma.
Yeah. Okay. How much oil does it take to lubricate that thing and winterize it?
Oh, I don't know.
A lot. You know, how much diesel did they burn setting that thing up? Because those things are huge. They're like, how tall? 400 feet?
Michael, that's horrible. I'm glad I'm not a vapor. That's serious business right there.
Yeah. That's very serious.
I wouldn't want to write up the incident report. I guess so, man. Wow. I mean, all batteries can be dangerous, but these are on another level.
Yeah. Broski, I'm trying to get your comment up. There we go. As that goes in line with what I was saying, and there you go. Wind turbines are terrible for the environment as well. Maintenance on those is crazy. And what do you do with the old propellers? Plus, you kill a ton of animals building all of those. Yeah, I mean, you know, they talk about
That's right, Barry.
yeah, that's why I was fixing to put that one up too. There's a lot of downsides to what
fire departments hate them, man. They hate having to deal with them.
You know, so I mean, to me, it's just another way to control people. You know, we'll get them all in electric cars and stuff like that. Then they can't go that far, and yeah. Yep.
I mean, by far, I think what's been more successful as far as renewable energy is the solar panels. I mean, solar panels have been very successful. A lot of homeowners now, in some houses being built, or even built with solar arrays and everything, and they sell the extra energy back to the power company and all that. There's I'm not saying they're the prettiest things, but it does work. But you are putting those into batteries. Storing, that's where you're storing that energy.
That is still going back to that battery. Barry, that's a good thought right there. True economical answer that we need in the South is to rethink the air conditioner. Air conditioners gobble up a lot of amps to keep running. You ain't joking. You know, the
Well,
whole heat pump thing.
you take like at our company 40 horse motors everywhere. We're pulling a lot of energy.
Yeah. You know, and to be honest, I wanted to look into solar here, and I could put in a great big solar thing out there. It'd be cool. But I just don't know if I want to eat up that much of my space out there with that. You know,
Yeah.
it'd take a long line to run the stuff here. But, you know, and what size battery do I need? You know, and
Well,
it would be cool. You
I think
know,
it's a series of batteries. It's not, one. It'd be how many do you need because it stores up in a number of batteries. But for what you would use, you wouldn't have to have that big of an array. I wouldn't think. No, I don't believe that, Broski. I think it's pretty successful.
I think a lot of it too, though, as long as we're using American solar panels made here in the U.S., because some of those that we bought from China, they had already hacked, kind of. I don't think I would put it on my roof, Broski. I've got enough back behind here on the
Yeah, you don't.
field. I think I would run the line from there to my house.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that would be funny. And Barry, I would almost pay to see that. Barry said, I was at the tire store in Gainesville one day. A lady had a strawberry vape. The yellow jackets came out of a trash can and started chasing her around. Could you imagine?
Have you seen that video of that guy? I see it all the time where he goes to go in the house and the snake is on top of his screen door and it
Yeah.
snaps at him and he sounds like a girl. I've been bit, and he falls down running. It's not funny, but it is funny.
Yeah. Barry, I wouldn't, or Broski, I wouldn't put them in my yard. I have a actual field, a pasture out back that I keep mowed. I would probably, and I have stuff in between me and the pasture. I can't see much of it. I could put them back there out of sight in my yard and such. You know, you wouldn't be able to see it from the yard, really. But I mean, I could run my line in from there, and
You could bury the line.
yeah, I could bury the line and run it underground, just like I had them do when they brought power into the house, and go to the batteries and run the house. Uh, my whole thing though would it, and I still have the electricity coming in off the lines, but if the power, I deal with a lot of power outages here, and that would help me, you
Yeah.
know.
And you buy
So
those
it's
switchers
something
that
to
switch
think
back
about.
and forth to keep it safe.
Yeah, I don't know how much maintenance they need. Uh,
Broski, he's got all kinds of space. Space is not a problem.
yeah, I've got acres, dude. Uh,
And nobody would ever see him.
yeah.
I mean, he's
Yeah,
down
I
a
can put it
dead
back there.
end.
Nobody see the blooming things. And, if it was, in my situation, if I lose power, that would keep me up and going for the 5 or 6 hours that it takes them to get it back going. And yeah, it takes up space, but if it keeps your electric bill down, I mean, it might be worth it.
Well, it might, on top of what you're generating electricity, if you were able to sell some back, might actually pay your property taxes and stuff,
Yeah.
things like that. And that might actually support some of the maintenance costs too.
Uh, oh my goodness, Broski. Uh, that's kind of funny. You're going to have me out there but I'm going to post it up there. Rob lives in a compound in the woods. I could. Yes, Michael, they do make a solar powered generator. And I have looked into those. but they won't power your whole house. These batteries that they have on the solar power are big enough to actually power your whole house, you know, whereas the generator might keep the fridge cold, or you're going to be able to cook with it too. Uh, for emergency use, they would probably be fine. But I tell you what, the striped bass cult. Look here, I don't do nothing but no striped bass, dude. Uh, Michael, I'm not going to pretend I'm a pioneer. Look, in my old age, I have become very grateful for the time that we live in. Everything is at my fingertips, and I like it that way. Okay. Now, yeah, we're Gen X, and we're the last of the feral children. But I'm going to tell you something. I like where we have come. I do not want to go backwards. I like having everything at my fingertips.
Anybody that's got a smartphone can't cry about technology because
No,
they've got it
no,
all in their hand.
yeah,
We enjoy
yeah.
it.
But I tell you what, I teach Chuck to wait on me. Let me tell you something. That cat ain't waiting on nobody. I tell you what, I think I am going to look into solar and see if I can get it installed here. And if I do, I'll do updates on here. I'll let you know how it works. We'll just have a whole thing. Broski said I should build a pyramid and live in that. They were power plants. Mr. Mojo Horizon and the East Bomb. We're glad y'all are here with us tonight. Yeah, I would be too. Uh, just to see. Yeah, that would be interesting. You know, if it cuts out power bill, then hey, that's like getting a raise. Michael says underground homes are really energy efficient. He'd have one if possible. Well, you're short, a little bit on the short side anyway, Michael. How big are your feet? You could probably have a hobbit hole.
I just have this image of Michael popping up out of the hole like the little things in Caddyshack, dancing.
Gopher.
Little gopher.
No, I could see Michael more like one of those lemurs. Pop their head up and down, up and down. I could see that. But I could really see him, living in his little hobbit hole and having you go by there and visit him or something, and go, and tell him, you shall not pass, And,
You reckon if Michael had been in Vietnam, God forbid, that he would have probably been one of the guys going down in the little tunnels with a flashlight and a pistol? He might have been too big in the shoulders. He's a strong guy. Those guys were tended to be really lean, really thin.
Barry says, so it'll work for Rob, but he'd have to pay somebody to build the array. You probably wouldn't need a really big one to run your house, save hundreds on your electric bill. It'd be Michael said he'd have him a periscope if he lived underground.
I would like to have that for the house, just where you could go up, come up out of your house, and you could just do just go around. That would be cool to have in your house. That would be cool, and have it like the controls or the where like a Star Trek or Star Wars area. That would be like a cool man cave, man.
Yeah.
That would be awesome, dude. I'm telling you, I would love it.
Have a periscope too.
Dang right. I would love that.
Yeah. It would be cool is if you had a periscope inside the house and you pushed it up and had it jerry rigged where something coming up out of your yard, like behind the door, it was up and it's turning while you're turning the thing on the inside. And somebody's up there knocking on your door and go, hey, quit it. And they turn around. There's this thing standing up in the air, turn around looking at them. Get a little Nerf gun, launchers on there so you can shoot them at them. Oh, that'd be awesome. Broski said, Rob, I think you should become a Jedi and use the Force. Broski, let me go ahead and let you know. I already am a Jedi. Okay? I don't need to become one. I already am. When I go in the grocery store, I use the Force to open the doors. I use the Force to open doors on elevators. You know, hey, I'm already a Jedi. I don't have to go and become one. Michael said, Dave, I've been in the tank shop in the 80s and had to be lowered down in cyclone tanks because I was the shortest. Yeah, you'd have been a tunnel rat. Absolutely. Then you probably could just walk right into them tunnels. What do you mean? How you got down on your hands and knees? Just go walking right in.
How tall are you, Michael? Officially, how
I
tall?
think he said he was 4'2".
No, it's not.
I'm pretty sure he said 4'2".
No, it's not 4'2".
You know, when he says he's not a dwarf now, Rob. Well, you used to be. You're not one now, but maybe you used to be. I just see him walking in that tunnel. I could just picture it. He goes
5'4".
walking in, standing flat-footed, walking that tunnel, dragging the rifle behind him because it's bigger than he is. I can see it. He says he's 5'4". Are you sure? I mean, they say as you get older, you shrink. I'm just saying. And you need to look up what the height requirements is for a booster seat. You may need a booster seat in your car to drive. I'm just saying, you need to look up the requirements for that.
We were behind this slow car, me and my granddaughter. I was taking her to her mom's. And I was like, God, this car. She's like, what? I said, they're going so slow. I got to get over. I said, I can't even see the driver. What is it, a kid driving this car? So we go around the car. Kaylee's looking, she's all into this now. And she goes, it's probably an old lady. So we go by and she goes, it's an old lady smoking a cigarette. You couldn't even see her head, dude, from behind. It looked like the car had no driver. She was so short in the driver's seat. Well, yeah, Danny DeVito, pretty short.
Michael said I could have a booster boot up my backside. What?
And Barry's in here trying to give you. Barry's giving you excellent ideas. He's ignoring all these other clowns, and he's giving you great information.
Right. Barry said, I'm assuming Rob has a utility pole rather than a meter attached to his house. I have a pole that comes into the house. The wire runs down underground. My meter's on the back side of the house. It's built in on a frame. So if you had a pole, it'd be easy to connect a switch that would connect to a battery system. Yes, this thing would be able to set up to a battery system where it's at. Of course, you definitely want to let the power company know what is going on. Well, yeah, they all of a sudden get a lot of energy from my house. My power bill goes down, Janet says, I'm fine. No, Janet, you're about 5'4" too. You and Michael about the same height. When y'all come in, that y'all start singing that song, we represent the lollipop guild. Sorry, it wasn't very nice.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry, guys. I couldn't help it. It just snuck in there. I love you guys. I don't mean it. Y'all feel free to fire back.
I may be done.
You just have to keep from back feeding into the utilities company. Oh, broski, I can't even say this. I can't even say it, Jenna. I'm not going to say this. I'm just going to post it. Here, There we go. Then we'll put it on screen. That was not me. I at least gave you the lollipop guild.
Oh man,
He gave you the full-blown Oompa treatment.
Oompa Loompas.
Oh, we got to do it. You know we got to do it. Oompa, Oompa, Oompa dee doo. I didn't want to do it. I had to.
Oh man.
Wait a minute. Michael's got me here. Oh, I got to. Now, Miss Jen, you know I'm joking. You know I joke around. Don't get mad and leave.
Oh
Michael
man.
says, it's okay. I understand how old, bald, fat men are always ill grouchy. Ill grouchy. Well, you know, all I got to say is, you know, hey, stand up when you say that to me.
So what you're saying is, if Michael was on the Titanic, he's down in the bowels of the ship shoveling coal, but he would have made it out alive because those guys were smart. They knew what was going on with that ship, and they got out.
No, not unless someone helped him up the steps. They'd have been too tall for him to run up. Broski says, Rob, do you hunt? Well, Broski, I hunt a lot of things.
Two-legged deer.
Yeah, not anymore. I got one of those. I got my trophy on that. Oh, Michael.
Oh,
I'm being fair about this. I mean, y'all are fired back. I'm putting them up. I'm gonna be fair about it. I'm putting y'all's up. I'm putting mine up. Michael said, "When a man is under a cat's control, it's awful pitiful." Michael, it's pawful pitiful, pawful, not awful, pawful. Put a P on the front of it. Pawful. No, Barry, Chuck does not have to use the force to open the door and go into my bedroom now. I'll leave it cracked for him. No, Michael, you're not hurting my feeling at all. You keep them coming. Don't you worry about it. I know you didn't start it. All right, Jenny, don't you tell him be nice. Oh, I started it. He just shovel it right on in there. I can handle it. I'm a big boy. I can handle it. I just worry about you and Michael. I mean, y'all are a little bit on the shorter side, and short people tend to be more like chihuahuas at times. You know, a little gripey and bitey, and you know, sound like Curly off of the Three Stooges. It's okay. It's okay. Y'all just let it go. I'm trying to be nice. Oh, I remember years ago, Jennifer had a great big old Toyota truck. She had to get steps put on it because she was too short to reach up in there to just climb up in it. She says she's not short. Well, neither is Michael then. Michael, I realize that I'm definitely a big boy, a really big boy. I understand that.
Are you saying he could stand in for the Shoney big boy out front?
I might could. If they fed me enough. If they feed me, I'd do it. You know, and for you guys up the Chattanooga area, I'm probably big enough to go around in that chicken suit screaming, "I got it! I got it!"
You know, it's gone.
Yeah.
Been gone for a while.
Oh, Happy Motors.
Yeah.
No, broski, I don't actually have any of those. Let me put in there. That is mine of choice. That's what I grew up using. I can use, and I'm thinking about getting one of these. But you don't want to break into my house because that first one is capable of carrying slugs. uh, and my big thing growing up, nah, single shot, brother. Single shot breech loader. That is what I like. Yeah. The first one's a shotgun. Yeah. The other one I would probably get just a single shot as well. What do you mean, G, Jenneth? I like single shots, and I'm funny like this. I guess I like to get it on the first shot. I figure if it takes more than one shot, then you need to shoot better, and that's just my feeling on it. And a shotgun, you don't really need to shoot that good with a shotgun. Now look here, I have shot a lot of different types of weapons. And answer to your question is, I think snow. I shot a Russian built, and actually had one for a while, a Russian made AK, and then I had a SK, and then I like nines, I like 45s, I like a lot of, and I used to own a 30-30 and some of the other ones, but um, yeah, I've shot a lot of different ones, but my preference now, uh, yes, you are. I think they are. Um, my preference now is the breech loader on the first one, and just a single shot on the other. Uh, I grew up squirrel hunting, so and rabbit hunting and hunting birds, and yeah. Sorry, I kind of got off on a thing there. Uh, I didn't really mean to. Uh, yes, I like my shooting irons. I've had a lot of fun with them. Let's see. Michael says the bigger the ammo, the money saved on ammo. I like the idea of being able to shoot through the refrigerator, my neighbor's refrigerator. Uh,
Michael would be more like the bomb maker
yeah.
that would blow the refrigerator in the next county. Incoming. Frigidaire.
Now, I can see Michael turn his refrigerator into like a missile. Somebody makes him have part of the roof open up, and rockets and fire start shooting out in front of the refrigerator, and it lifts off and goes up into the air. Then the people that are speeding by on the road out there, that he gets on their nerves because they're flying by his house, and it just lands, just boom. I can see it.
Michael would be like Callahan in Dirty Harry when he goes up to those guys in that restaurant, coffee shop, and he goes up there and they just smart mouth him, get smart with him. And he's like, okay. And he just gets back in the car and he just wheels around and drives right to the front of it. I love that. It's like, okay. All right.
And the cool thing is, you wouldn't hardly be able to see him because the steering wheel would be up here and he'd be driving like this. Unless he had his booster seat. Then he'd be driving like this. You might see him through that booster seat. Yes, the one I had was a short. Yes, Michael, you are correct on the thermite. But there's a lot of stuff out here, where I'm at and stuff like that. There's a lot of cool stuff that I could do. and there's a lot of stuff that I want to do. It's just I'm at that age now where I'm kind of like, all right, it's too early for me to get out and about. The mornings are too rough, so I wait till I start feeling better. Then the temperature gets up and the humidity. I'm like, I'll wait and do it this evening. But the humidity never goes away. It'll be 80 something degrees out there, and the heat index is still like over 100. And I'm like, oh, screw this. I'm not getting out there in this. So then I don't do anything.
Hey, Barry,
Yes,
I was
Barry, I do.
curious if you heard that story, if you knew that guy. There's a story that's come out of from up here, all up in Tennessee, actually, where they've arrested the
Yes.
son of a guy whose dad died. They have charged him with abuse of corpse. I don't know how his daddy died, but basically he tried to do his own cremation in a fire pit on his daddy. But this story goes all the way back to Gainesville, Georgia, and some Brazelton and some other towns down there in Georgia, where they ran car lots and did taxes and apparently ripped everybody off, and they would just switch into the next town. They never had a license to sell cars. They never had a license to do taxes, and they stole people's taxes. They didn't know what they were doing. Well, they just ripped it. But I don't know if you heard that story, Barry. That was God, I wish I could remember the name. It's all in the news this week. I'd have to look that story up. It was in Channel 9 up here. But I think that was all the way up in Polk County or something.
Wow.
But he burned his
that
daddy in the fire pit.
There's a actual shooting range within 5 miles of my house. So, yeah. But yeah, there's who was it that was doing that, Dave? I was listening. I was doing some other stuff there too, but I was listening to you.
I'll have to get the name. I don't remember.
Okay. That's awful. Can you imagine how many people there? I hate it. You know, hey, Texas Ray 76 and Jay Clanscape, we're glad y'all joined us. You know, I would give somebody happily the shirt off my back. I really would. I like people. I want to be a blessing to the people around me. If you need my shirt, you can have it. Do not try to swindle me out of it. If you try to swindle me out of it, I ain't giving you nothing. You know, I'll give you the shirt off my back. But I hate for somebody to try to beat me out of something and try to pull some little scam or something. I can't stand that.
That's the story. It's actually Marion County. But this story has its start years ago in Georgia, where, I mean, and there's video of a reporter that goes to the car lot to try to talk to the boy about this. This is years ago, where they were scamming people and gotten in trouble. And the daddy shows up. He's mad. He tries to follow him in the business. Daddy turns around and clocks the reporter right in the face.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, puts him back, man. Just full on punch. But there's a link off of that story that shows that 12 years ago, where the daddy clocked the reporter for coming around and asking questions.
Wow.
They were some rough old dudes, man. But yeah. I don't know. There's not a whole lot they can do. I mean,
no.
I don't think abuse of corpse.
Well,
he's saying his daddy wanted to be. That's where he wanted to be. Of course, he's lying. So he basically said he did his own cremation, which is against the law. And anyway, he was arrested for that.
Well, that is a long URL. Why don't we run a commercial and leave that up? And let's fill our coffee up. It's about that. It's way past time.
I've had a fresh pot, never even got the first cup. I've been in the show. I forgot to get it.
Oh no! Well, go get your coffee. Let's run that long commercial for our coffee, and let's take a few minutes, and we'll be right back. How about that? We'll leave this URL up if anybody wants to top it over or whatever you want to do with it. Copy it.
Sha'alu Shalom.
Hey, everybody, this is Rob and Dave from the Southern Fried Podcast. You know, we love lots of things here in the South. We love our country. We love our family. We love our God. We love some sweet tea on the front porch on Friday nights. But we're really near and dear and love us some coffee. That being said, tomorrow morning, 8 o'clock on July the 14th, yes, we will have our coffee out there. Yes.
Yeah. Awesome, man. It's been a dream come true. We talked about this before we were ever a podcast, and we love these coffees. There's 40 plus blends. You'll find something that you like. And most people like coffee. If you don't, I can't help you, but most people like coffee, and there's a lot of coffee here. In fact, our morning show, we say get up, pray up, and coffee up, because we start our day with coffee, and now you can get some for you. Hey, we're very patriotic here. Get some for your veteran friends. You know what? Bless them. And the coffee mugs you see are representatives of logos that we've made. We've got more coming. We're going to put those on coffee mugs, and you'll see our SFP brand there, logo on each coffee. And these prices, Rob, we kept them as reasonable as we can. We cut that margin down because we know times are tough, and we want to help people and put coffee in their home and all of our listeners and followers home. And I'm proud of this. So big kickoff, Rob. Excited about it.
Absolutely. And hey, y'all, there's no shipping cost on this either. You do not have to pay for shipping. It's already, everything's done. You just go with it. So the price you see,
the QR code works. Just scan it, and and also off of our site, our coffee store, 2 or 3 of our social sites are also linked there. And you can find some of if you don't know where we're located, you can find us there. And come get some coffee. We got plenty.
Thank you.
And us, however you want to look at it, we're back. Half of us, half of the team is back. That's a crazy story. If you get a chance, look at it, and check it out. But it's an amazing story, and like I said, it goes back, Barry, all the way to where in Gainesville, and these guys were just crooks, man. Yeah, okay. I can't remember the name of that. You'd have to look at the story, but sound like Daddy was just a crook, taught his boy to be a crook, and they never really got in trouble for it. Other than they would just shut down their business and go to the next town. But he's in some trouble now for this. But honestly, I don't know how much time he could even get out of that, to be honest, because when the when the crematory thing happened around here, they didn't really even. They've changed some laws in Georgia. They didn't even really have good laws against that at the time here. If you remember, what they got them in trouble for was fraud, and they did it on all the counts of the bodies that they knew that were not properly cremated. But there was not even a good law around here for what that guy did. So, and I say others too, but he was the only one ever. Broski, if you look up the Marsh Crematory, it made international news. Marsh Crematory. Nope, Georgia. But very hurtful thing around here. Unbelievable when it broke. Unbelievable. But that happened. You hear about them stories all the time. You really, really do. And, move that. Got some background noise. But you you hear about those stories, sadly, and it happens in different places around the world and our country, where you have people that are not doing their job in relation to proper, processing of a funeral or abuse of corpse. Sadly. Rob is back.
I'm back. I'm sorry. It took me a minute. Trying to catch up on comments here. Yes, Barry, if you buy a vehicle out of state and you live in another state, you still have to pay your state taxes on it. You get double taxed on it, even if it's used. Unfortunately. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me, but
Uh,
Hi, Jake.
Now, when I've bought in Tennessee, they've just charged me the Georgia.
Did they?
They take it out for you because Georgia wants all theirs up front. Most people don't have that kind of money laying around. Now, that's the way I took it.
Yeah.
Maybe I didn't look in there.
I know people that have moved down here from Tennessee. They have to turn around and pay Georgia taxes on their vehicle.
Well, Georgia, yeah, but what I'm saying is I didn't pay anything in Tennessee on the tag and all that or taxes.
Yeah, but if you were driving it in Tennessee, when you come to Georgia, you have to redo all that. So,
but I was already a Georgia resident.
Okay. I'm not sure on that. I know that they want to get Georgia wants to get every nickel they can. My goodness. And I just saw this photo that you put up, and I'm going to share it because it's funny, and I want to bring it up tonight anyway. So I'm going to share this picture, and yeah. These are all the kitty cats cheering for Chuck being allowed into the bedroom that Dave has been so gracious to put up. They're all cheered for him, and it is a cute picture. And I'm going to acknowledge it. Chuck is still able to come into the bedroom. He's loving it. He is absolutely loving it. I'll admit it. But I'm still getting cat hair all over the house. I'm still getting,
No, I don't have anything
going on. But it's not the worst thing that's ever happened. Barry or Broski. Now look here. I'm going to say this. All right. I've got two cats. I've got Chuck and Pangers. And I'm going to go ahead and post this up because, cats suck. That's some pagan Egyptian stuff right there. Who is Chuck? Oh, Jay, you don't know who Chuck is? Chuck is my little buddy. I found him. He was a rescue. His eye was all messed up. They ended up having to take his eye. But Chuck is my little buddy. He would kill rodents. I'm sure if he can catch them. But Chuck is, if I have a seat, I'm epileptic. If I start getting rough or whatever, he'll hurt me now. You thought Chuck was my roommate? Hush your mouth. What the? Chuck is my buddy. When I wake up from a seizure, Chuck is laying on top of me purring. And that's one of the way cats try to comfort people. So, yeah, he's basically my service cat. He is amazing. Well, hang on a minute. Being that Jake has never seen Chuck, I will see if I can go find him real quick. Now, he does not like to be held up to be shown, so he won't be on here long, but I'll be right back. Let me go see if I can find him.
No, Jake, I promise you I'm going to. They're still sitting here on my desk. Oh my gosh. You remember that one night when Rob was talking about all this and he wasn't clarifying? He just said, I'm going to let Chuck in the bedroom with me. He's going to sleep with me if he wants to. I said, you might want to clarify that Chuck is your cat. That's right, Michael.
Come on, Chuck.
WWE photo bomb.
Can you say hi? Can you say hi to
There he comes.
Oh my goodness. Here is my Chuck kitty. And he is a one-eyed little kitty cat. He was laid up in there asleep and Daddy done messed him up.
We could have a new TV show, Chuck and the Fat Man.
You hear that? Dave's wanting to get a new TV show called calling you the Fat Man, calling me Chuck. But he is a super sweet kitty. He is a little bit on the heavy side, but that's all right. He was starving when I got him, poor little guy. But he's actually being pretty calm about this being in here. He's like, yeah, I'm a superstar.
He should love us.
Chuck.
I mean, we've been helping him out.
Yeah. Well, yeah. There, Jake. Chuck may not like Hank Hill very much. You know, that blaming Chuck. What are you doing? Do you like propane accessories? Oh, and my kitty cat. But yeah, he's a mess. But Chuck is laying on top of you. No, Rob, no. And Michael says Chuck on Rob's chest posing for WWE photo bomb. And Broski said that is a huge cat. Well, let me tell you, he is a large cat. And he weighs about 21 pounds. I've been trying to curb his diet some. He's not appreciating this. But, you know, as much as he does, I've heard people talk about having service animals before, and he's never been trained for any of that. He just does it, you know, and you can feel the love when he's like, when you wake up from a seizure, it's awkward, you know. I have actually tipped my recliner over before and come to, and Chuck laying right there beside me, just purring away, trying to make me feel better. And that's just such a comfort to have. So if he's a little bit on the heavy side, he's a little bit on the heavy side. I can handle that. Oh. You know.
Does he ever just rub his butt on the floor?
No, he's not like a dog. Have you ever seen dogs do that? Just take their butt and they squat down, put their butt on the floor, and take the front legs and pull themselves across the carpet. That's what these trucks that are lowered in the back end looks like to me, or in the front end. It looks like, or in the back end, where that dog just across the floor. Yeah, I can't stand that.
Maybe
Yeah,
Steve needs to do that in the blacksmith shop. You know, he could charge for admission for that.
Yeah, he could. He really could. Yeah, Barry, I got in an accident several years ago, or Broski, and I had a lot of weight fall over on me from behind it. It could really mess me up. But, you know, I do what I can. I go as much as I can. And I do not have a bad quality of life. It's not where I would like it to be. They upped my medication the last time I went to the neurologist. It seems to be helping in some ways. But yeah, but you know what? Look, let me give a little testimony on this, okay? I used to be the guy that was, I can do what I want to. I am going to do this. Look what I did. I did this. I did that. And I didn't give any credit to God. It was me. It was all me. Well, God has a way of putting you in a place to where you have to give him credit. And you should always give him credit anyway. But he'll make it to where you have to lean on him. If this is what I need or where I need to be, so I could learn to lean on God and put him first and be thankful for what I can do and the gifts that he's given me, then I am grateful to be in this place. And I am not going to shirk it. I am not going to complain about it, because now I give credit to God. If I get up in the morning and I'm able to go, I'm thankful for that. And I know where it comes from. So God has a way of putting you in a position to where you have to rely on him. So, I mean, broski, it is what it is. It's life, dude. And I'm happy to be where I'm at. Michael said, Rob, I was the same way. There was nothing I couldn't do before I was stopped in my tracks. Amen, brother. I mean, yeah. And it's hard to go from that to where we're at now, but with God's grace and God's strength backing us up, we'll do what we can, And speaking of God's grace, I want to give an update on Joe Amore. Joe and Donna, they were on the show here a while back. And Joe, I talked to him earlier today, Dave. He definitely wants to come on the show and give his testimony on this. Joe and Donna moved to Texas to help their son with their kids. And Joe started having trouble with his heart, and he had a choice. He could either get the manual pump put in or he could have a transplant. So he got on the transplant list. He's already had his heart transplant. He's still in the hospital, but he's looking to get out soon. Everything went great. God put him where he needed to be to get this done. It's awesome testimony, and I am very much looking forward to it. I mean, this is good news. It's positive, and it shows how God works in our lives, and that is amazing to me. And I can't wait to have them on.
Amen.
Broski said, I hear you, man. I'm glad you have a great attitude about it. That's all you can do. Have to play with the hand you're dealt. Yeah. Michael said, I went from working Friday to not even be able to walk on Sunday. Yeah. I mean, it changes day to day. You have good days and bad days. Broski, I can't even drive anymore. If you have seizures, you can't drive. And in the state of Georgia, you got to go 6 months seizure free before they'll give you a license. I can't go 6 hours sometimes. But it is what it is. I have a lot of people in my life, one person especially special, that are right there with me. And if I need something, I know I can rely on them. They show understanding, because I don't know how much y'all know about seizures, but sometimes bad stuff can happen, and but it is what it is. But they're understanding about it. They're not scared of it, and that's and work together. And people notice stuff and say, oh, "Okay, you're not getting where you need to be. You're not here." And we start moving to get away from there. Yes, broski, I do. I do have friends who live close and could check on me. And I've got help no more than a phone call away from several different sources. So yeah, I'm okay. Hey, I'm happy. And I still get to go to the ocean every once in a while and go free diving. I can't scuba anymore, but I can free dive as long as somebody's with me. I'll do okay with that. I don't go out too deep, but you know,
Just
I
don't
don't
do
go
it in the
very far out.
don't do it in the Biden thong.
Yeah, I can wear the Biden thong at the beach and cowboy boots. Michael said, after a year paralyzed or 4 years in a wheelchair, I had a different outlook and respect for handicap. Yeah. And Barry said, that's great. I tune in for Chuck and the Fat Man.
It's got a
It should
ring
be the
to it.
Man and the Fat Chuck. Come on now.
Hey,
Barry.
we have another Chuck too. That'll
We
be
do.
coming around soon. Colquitt Chuck.
Oh, yeah.
Our groundhog.
Yeah.
We're not going by Beauregard or
Yeah.
that Puxatony field dude.
Yeah. They get it wrong all the time.
Yeah, we're going with our own.
Michael said he'd take that series. For Chuck.
What would be the premise of the show? What would is it Law and Order? Is it redneck auctioneering or whatever? By the way, I was listening. Y'all were talking about auctions. I went to a lot of auctions when I was a kid. A lot of auctions, and there's a certain kind of crowd that goes to auctions. There's a certain kind of crowd.
Thank you, Broski.
They really do.
Thank you, Broski. We have Steve chiming in here from Half Pine Forge. I don't know what all this is about. He said, Rob thinks he's just so funny tonight, doesn't he? I don't know. I don't know what he's talking about. I've been just minding my own business. I've not been trying to go to other people's chats and shows and make comments and see if I can get a oh Steve, who said something about you look like Michelle Obama from behind? Surely that wasn't me. I don't think I even spelled Michelle right. I couldn't even spell it. So, Michael said he wouldn't have went there. Oh, so you noticed it too. You noticed he looked like, so you wouldn't have went there, but you have noticed it, right? Michael's like, I noticed you look like Michelle Obama from behind, but I wouldn't have went there.
Well, Steve, you could spin that around and you could say what you think Rob would look like from behind. Ooh.
Well, hey, Steve, in all fairness, we see you from behind on your show all the time. I'll tell you what, I'll give you the opportunity. There you go. Oh, here. Let me pull my britches up there. What do you think? What do I look like from behind? I mean, here. There. I put my foot up in my chair. What do you think? I can't see if my camera's on there. There you go, Steve. Let's see. I'm sure there's some comments off that one. Barry said Chuck would ride a Roomba around the house. He would. Steve went, my eyes. And Michael told me that's enough. Okay. Just saying. Probably look a little bit like Danny DeVito, but up taller. I did pick on Steve earlier, so I got to have a good sense of humor about this. I really did. I was picking on him, and it's like I pick on everybody all the time sometimes, and there just comes a night where you just gotta let everybody just give it back. Y'all give it back. I can handle it. I'm big boy.
See, the only problem with what you did is we couldn't see your head. Your
Well,
head
I
was
was
off
looking
camera.
back, winking at Steve.
You're one of those guys that could put the sunglasses on the back of your head and look like a dude looking that way. Like I've seen
Oh, yeah.
videos of that in church.
Steve said 13 viewers on Rumble. I swear it was in the 50s before Rob turned his backside on us. A dude with hot dog lips. Who are you? Is that what you said I look like from behind? A dude with hot dog lips? Dude, you couldn't even see me turning back winking at you. Don't go there. Yep, hot dog head. You know what?
Is that a kosher hot dog head?
You darn skippy it is. Well, you know. Oh, I wish I were an Oscar Mayer wiener, for that is what I'd truly love to be. 'Cause if I were an Oscar Mayer wiener, everyone would be in love with me. Yes, I went there. I love you too, brother. I do, and I appreciate you. And you know, the good thing about Steve and I both, I'm pretty sure, is you can't offend us. You know, you can't say something that we're going to be like, oh yeah, I can't.
I don't know if I buy that, Rob.
Why?
Because when dude called you fat, you went on about that for 2 weeks.
That sucker called me fat right out of the blue. I mean, come on.
We know. We heard about it for 2 weeks.
That dude just said, Rob, you're fat. That's all he said. There was no lead up. There was no nothing. Dave was sitting over a snicker and wait for me to notice it. And then I did notice it, and I was like, oh, there you go. I'm fat, but you're gone.
Sorry, Steve. He heard it all too.
Steve said, I grew up with 3 older brothers. Nobody could roast me better than me. Yeah. Can you believe somebody's come on the show and call somebody fat like that? I mean, and I don't even give a lead in. I mean, hey, Lewis, how are you? I mean, from here up is all people see. I don't look that fat sitting here. Oh, talking about, Rob, you're fat. Yeah, well, you're ugly, and your mama dresses you funny. Michael said, I'm going to say goodnight now and just listen, brothers. Remember me in prayer. Please still have tendon pain. Later, y'all. Hey, Michael, you have a good night, and you are going to be in our prayers, sir.
You're getting overtime. Wow. Man, Steve will be buying some more blacksmith supplies now.
That's right. Hey, go run your rounds, brother. We're glad you joined in. Hey, we'll talk to you soon. Lewis, glad you're okay.
Lewis, did you get a job? Yeah.
A 3-ton arbor press. What are you going to do? Don't tear up your easy bake now. You know, that easy bake makes the show there. We got to get that song sent in so we can get that up and done. Because that needs to be played. That needs to go out on the air. It was funny. Totally funny. I'm glad that he made that one. Well, I hope everybody's doing all right tonight. Not yet. Still looking. What kind of job are you looking for, Lucy? Oh, you're looking up there in Ohio. I didn't know that people had jobs up there.
If you were close
to Steve, you have a good one too. We're fixing to say a prayer, and if you want to hang on just a sec, we're going to say a prayer for everybody, And you can pray along with us if you want to before you take
If
off.
he was closer to Steve, he could be like the wrestling, or boxing or whatever. He could come through holding up the signs, round 2, round 3.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
Well, Dave, we're about 5 minutes out. We'll say we end this show in prayer. Broski's hanging around to join in with us, and let's remember everybody. Little Cupcake, ASMR. Jake was asking me to remember her for a lost loved one, and let's just do some serious prayer here. Why don't you lead us off there, and I think that'd be an awesome way.
Our Father, we thank thee, Lord, this night for the blessing it is, Lord, to be with friends. We thank thee, Lord, for the day that you've let us be a part of. We do pray for all those tonight that are suffering, grieving, having body pain, whatever it may be. May your healing hand be upon them. For those that have lost loved ones, we do pray for the Lands family, as we just found out about that loss, Lord, and we spent many years in church together. It was an honor to be his pastor. May you just strengthen his family, those around the world, Lord. If someone's listening in and they're lost someone, we ask you to just comfort them, Lord. If they're lost, we pray they would be saved today. In Jesus' name we pray.
Dear Heavenly Father, we ask you to be with the children of this country and our leaders. But our children are going in this country right now are being beset on all sides. We ask that you protect them spiritually, physically, and mentally as they go through their struggles. We ask you to be with our leaders. We ask you to be with our service members and our missionaries around the world, those that are out protecting us and our country and our way of life, and those that are spreading your word to the world. We ask you to bless them and protect them. Dear Heavenly Father, those that are contemplating that have come out of the service and having served and are struggling, we ask that you provide help. And if any of them are out there struggling now, if they reach out to us, we will help them get help as well. We thank you for all in Jesus' precious name. Amen.
Amen.
Yeah, if you're a service member coming out and you're struggling, hey, that's Southern Fried Podcast at yahoo.com. Reach out and we will get you in touch with somebody that can help. So, hey, Broski, thank you. And we really appreciate you guys, and we enjoy having here. And the Friday nights are great. You know, we sit around, we yick and yak, and that's what it's for. And if any of y'all out there will be willing, send us a link on that same Southern Fried Podcast at yahoo.com. And look, we would love to have you up here on screen with us. We can have all these people on the show at one time, and to have us all up here as a group, yik yakking and drinking our tea and our coffee, dude, y'all, that would be amazing. So if you're willing, y'all pop on in. Y'all send us a link, and we'll send you one back. Email address or anything like that, or Facebook Messenger, whatever. We'll send you a link, and we'll get you up here with us. We would love that. That would be absolutely amazing. I'd love to have a screen full of people up here, Dave.
What? Maxine Waters, Michelle Obama, Rosie O'Donnell, AOC, Joe Biden.
That's Steve. We would never get Steve off the screen. He would never say anything, but his eyes would be this big around.
Crockett.
His eyes would be this big around.
Zelensky.
A little drool run off the corner of his mouth. I'm telling you, we never get Steve out of here. He'd be like, "Nah." Love you, Steve. Love everybody out there. Thank you for your support. We ask God's blessings on you. Dave, you got anything else before we get off of here?
No, everybody have a great night. Thank you for your support. Bless all of you. God bless America.
Amen to that. All right, let me get our exit music. Oh, we're going to do this one. Hey, thank you guys. We will see y'all later on this weekend.
sit down, grab a sweet tea in your hand on a worn out rocker with a view of this southern land. I got the crickets singing low and the fireflies in the sky. It's front porch talking time, let the world roll by. It's time to sit down with a little front porch talking with our friends Robert and David, a Southern Fried Podcast. They're gonna talk about Donald Trump, they're gonna talk MAGA, but they're keeping it real like only Southern boys can. You might agree or you might just sigh, but they're Southern Fried till the day they die.